Camp live chat. We'll be on here for the next 45 minutes to an hour to talk to you guys, answer any questions, and just tell you guys what's been going on with me lately as well. So where I'm at, the plans for the summer and snowboarding, and yeah, should be a good time. So thanks everyone for hopping on. At the moment, I'm in Mount Hood, or sorry, not Mount Hood. I'm in Hood River, Oregon. So I've moved to Oregon for the summer to make the most of the snowboarding here at Mount Hood. So I'm really stoked to be here. Managed to find a place for June. Working on finding a place for July, but I think I'm going to be able to find something out here. But it's been great. Been riding at the mountain a few weeks in May over at Mount Hood up at Timberline, and having like a great time up there riding with TJ from Board Archive was out. Yannick came over from the UK, who's helping me with like filming and editing. And the park up there was awesome. So they have a really good setup in May at Timberline. The one challenge was the weather. It was definitely, there's a lot of like cloudy and stormy days, and there's even like a lot of like new snow, which was like crazy for May. We got like a ton of like snow powder days, but also some really good sunny park days as well. But yeah, I'll tell you guys more about that in a minute. We'll just say what's up to some of the new people on here early. We got El Stacker Adventures. What's up, man? We got Ty Winter Sports. What's up, Napa? We got Chronic on here. We got Osvaldo saying hola. What's up, Osvaldo? Nick Reed says, do you need a visa to stay that long? No. So as a Canadian, I can stay in the US for, I think it's like 6 months of the year. So as long as I'm not like here for too long, I should be okay. So I've been here for 3 weeks. I'm gonna stay for another month and a half. So I'm eating up maybe like 2.5 months of the 6 months in a year. I'm not exactly sure how that works, if it's like 6 months in a calendar year, or if like I leave for like a month or two, if that resets it and it's like 6 months at a time. But as a Canadian, I can come down to the US for like 6 months. So yeah, that's all good. We got yeah, and we got Damien watching from New Zealand. Yeah, guys, it's also great to hear where you guys are watching from as well. I know El Stacker, he's watching from Boise, Idaho. Thanks, shout out to everyone from Idaho for hopping on here. Yeah, we got Labetta watching from Chile. Amazing. Coochie Man says, can't wait to go to Mount Hood this season. Awesome. When are you coming? It'd be great to meet up. Yeah, the thing about if you guys have never heard about Mount Hood Timberline, it's open until like, I think like into August, like for like pretty good snowboarding. So the next 2 months, like they still have a ton of snow up there. So I think they're working on getting the public park open, and then they also have other terrain parks that are more like for camps, and I think you have to pay extra for the lift ticket to get access to certain terrain park areas. But I believe it's $100 for like a public pass, and I think it's $120, and then you get access to like the other tow rope parks. So that's kind of my plan for the next 2 months, is just to buy day passes. It's a bit expensive, but I think that if I probably won't be going up every single day. It's going to be the days where the sun's out and it's like looking nice. There's been a surprisingly like I was telling you guys before, like a lot of days that have been snowy, and things have been half closed, or they've had to shut down the mountain because of too much snow, which is crazy for like May and June for like to have too much snow. But yeah, the plan is just going to be buying lift tickets and going up there and riding. I think El Stacker, are you coming out for Jonathan Buckhouse's camp? I think I heard from a rumor that you were. Yeah, we got Snow Bunny watching from Alberta, Canada. Chuck says, hello, Kevin. Shout out to my fellow Australians. Our season kickoff 1 full week early this weekend. Hyped. Awesome, Chuck. That's awesome, man. What's your plan for getting down to the snow? Are you going? Have you already been? Or are you going soon? man, I'm itching to get down south too. I think we're gonna try to get to the southern hemisphere like late August and or early September, and stay for down there for a month or so. So we'll see how that goes. Lulsum says, "Hey man, headed to the snow for the first time. I bought a secondhand board and boots with new bindings. Do you think this is a good idea since it's cheaper than renting while I'm here?" Definitely. I think, everyone's kind of got a different situation. Like, certain places it's cheaper to rent to, and if you can get your hands on some secondhand stuff, that's amazing. It's like a good way to get yourself like started and going with it, and like just getting up there. And then you can kind of like add in new things as you go. Like if you find that, maybe the setup is perfect and you love it, but if you say want to get some new boots or a new board down the line, starting out secondhand is definitely a good idea. I would say the only thing to look at is to make sure that while you're riding, everything is the proper size, so the boots fit well, that they're the right size for your feet, and along with your board too, that it's the right length board. It's like big enough for you, like you're not sacrificing in the size of your board, because yeah, secondhand gear is great if you can pull it off, but if it's like too small or too big, that can definitely affect like your enjoyment out there. So make sure that it's the right size for you, and then if that's all good, then you're sweet, man. But yeah, I think that's a great way to start out, just with secondhand gear, and then add in new stuff as you need to. We got Fabio watching from Brazil. What's up, Fabio? Man, Brazil, that'd be a cool spot to check out sometime too. Surfing and the beaches and everything looks incredible down there. We got, what's up, Joe? Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, Ty Winter Sports saying, yeah, the season's about to start down south. We got Ramey on here. What's up, Ramey? I heard, actually, I think I heard, Ramey, too, that you're going to TJ's camp, Board Archive. So that should be sweet, early July. I'll probably see you guys out there around that time. Joe says, moving to Oregon. We just moved to Portland from Vancouver Island. Awesome, Joe. Yeah, sweet, man. That's cool. What made you move to Portland? Portland's definitely an interesting city. Like, it's lots going on there. Yeah, maybe I'll see you up on Mount Hood. You should, yeah, come check out Timberline. But yeah, just curious, what brought you to Portland, man? Hannah says, hi from New Zealand too. Come to Mount Hut last week, August, start September. Hopefully there will be good snow. It's getting cold here. Awesome. Yeah, we'd love to check out Mount Hut, so maybe we'll make that happen. Lawsome, I'm a 6-foot guy. I got a 158. I think I got the correct size-ish. Yeah, that sounds about the right size. Like if your weight is kind of normal for a 6-foot person, and yeah, 158 is about it. I'm 6'3.5", and I have a 158 as well for like riding park. Chuck says, Swanee and I were planning to hit Perisher opening day, but they did it early, so we're going down next weekend. Really excited to get out there. Great start to the season. That's awesome, Chuck. Yeah, actually, now that you're mentioning it, I remember, I think I saw on Perisher's Instagram, they like published a video with like the opening like first couple runs, and it looks like, yeah, it looks super nice out there. So hopefully the snow just keeps building, and next weekend when you get out there, it's good, man. But yeah, I'm jealous, man. Have fun. It's Perisher is such a cool place. I feel like Australia, just in general, the snowboarding and skiing is so underrated. So man, you're gonna have a great time. Million Pop-Off says, big news. Yeah, man. Yeah, one thing I wanted to address too is so this past winter I had the sponsorship deal with Nidecker. You kind of see the Nidecker board in the background there, the sensor. And I think like it went well. I was super happy with it. It was kind of fun and like a cool experience to have like a board sponsor for the season. So it was awesome working with them, riding like a bunch of different boards. But yeah, we couldn't come to like an agreement moving forward, which is okay. Like, everyone's kind of got different ideas about things, and I wanted one thing and they wanted something different, and we just couldn't meet. So yeah, moving forward, just going to go back to riding like just any board. But yeah, just wanted to talk about Nidecker too. I'm still riding a few of the Nidecker boards. Honestly, like I know that the sponsorship deal, it was kind of like, put into this position where it's like, okay, now you're riding Nidecker boards, so then people think like, okay, is it because he's getting money to ride Nidecker that he's going to be biased towards the boards or whatever? But honestly, like their boards are awesome. I think like the powder board, the Nidecker Beta APX, is definitely like one of my favorite powder boards. And even their park boards, so the Sensor and the Sensor Plus are like really good park boards as well. So this like fall, I think I'm gonna come out with my top 10 favorite like POW boards and top 10 favorite park boards like of all time that across all the years I've gotten to ride. I'm gonna kind of make up a list of just my top 10 boards in each category, and the Nideckers are still gonna be like close to the top, if not at the top of those lists, just because their products are like super good. Like for me too, I think if you guys went back and watched the POW videos, the Nidecker board like really held up like amazing through the powder, the shape, the amount of flex, the contour, the profile of the base, like everything was like super good for powder. So yeah, moving forward is going to be just back to riding any board, whatever kind of board I'm inspired to ride or want to check out. Maybe working with some other different companies just in a casual way. But yeah, the Nidecker deal, it didn't work out, but yeah, still thankful that those guys took a chance. In the end, we couldn't come see eye to eye moving forward on just like a deal, but it's all good. But I think yeah, their products are amazing. And yeah, even this last couple weeks, I'm still riding the Nidecker Sensor. It's still such a sick board. So yeah, I just thought I'd let you guys know that, because I know a few people have been asking about it in the comments about the Nidecker deal. But that's just what's been going on. I guess the one casualty of the deal is that the SPC board isn't going to move forward. So I was working on that with them, and because we're not like moving forward with a sponsorship deal, so then the SPC board's not gonna happen either. So that's like a bummer, but I think it's, it was a good experience, and I think that board will still get done at some point. So not this, it won't happen this year, but at some point I think we'll still get a Snowboard Pro Camp board out there. So I thought I would just get you guys up to speed with that and everything that's happening. And yeah, looking forward to riding Nidecker, but also all kinds of different boards in the next season. All right. Chuck Van says, of course we would be happy to have you down here, Kev. I heard a rumor that we might have a famous visitor come from Idaho in August. No way. El Stacker is gonna go to Australia. All right, I need to talk to, I'll talk to El Stacker and see what his plans are. Man, that would be cool. I got to be there for that. I'm going to be there for the El Stacker Chuck reunion down under. That'll be super fun. Joe says, moved from school and my girlfriend got a job down here. Very interesting. We will be back to Vancouver Island in a year. Okay, cool, man. Dude, well, a place you should check out is Hood River. This is the place I'm staying for the summer, and it's a really nice place. It's on the Columbia River, which actually flows down from Canada, from up in BC. I think it's like one of I think it's the biggest river in the Pacific Northwest area. And I'm actually looking at it right now. It's just out my window here, but it's Hood River is a really cool spot to visit. If you guys get the chance, definitely come check it out. Nezuko says, any tips on bending your knees on jumps? Looking to have more leveled, proper pop. Definitely. So I think like having that level pop does come from just getting used to the pressure that So as you ride up a kicker, the kicker itself of like going up will start to like put pressure on your board. And the way that you then absorb that pressure is going to determine how like level your pop is going to be. So I know for myself, like if I'm like not expecting it, what happens is I actually get too far into my back foot because probably I start to lean back, just not feeling confident, and my balance is like towards the back if I'm not like ready for that up kick. So I guess my advice is just to go off the kicker and just think of like really feeling the pressure, and then having your knees bent, and obviously then just trying to pop like nice and level, which is easy to say, like just pop nice and level. I know that when the pressure comes up on your board from the kicker, it can like kick you backwards or forwards, but it's something that you just have to start to feel out and get comfortable with. So every time you do it, think of bending your knees, just trying your best to like pop evenly, because if you can get that nice even pop, then you're going to be balanced in the air and it's going to be all good. But it just takes a bit of practice and getting used to like the pressure that starts to build on your board as you go up the kicker. So yeah, just work at it. I mean, hit it over and over again, and before you know it, you'll be like nice and level. Another thing you can do too is just work on your ollies as well. Sometimes if you are going off a kicker and you're really comfortable with ollieing, doing an ollie is like a good way to get level up into the air as well. So practice your ollies like outside the park, on side hits, on rollers, just on the run, and just really feeling comfortable with your ollies. Because if you can ollie off of anything, just side hits, weird angles, and just feel like you're always like level in the air and good to land, then when it comes to a kicker, you're going to be much more prepared. So work a bunch on your ollies, and that's going to help too. All right, we got a super chat from Rashid Abiola. Says, and yeah, thanks for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Says, hey Kevin, any thoughts on picking up one wheeling? Yeah, the one wheel is pretty cool. I know that a few of the guys here on the channel have it, and I think Chuck Van has one. The one wheel is cool. I feel like for some reason I just don't have a ton of time outside of snowboarding to do other things, like doing a one wheel or like skateboarding and stuff. It looks like a lot of fun, but for me, like I just don't think I have the time to do it. I think maybe I think where you live like is a big. So where I live now in Vancouver, there's not a ton of places where it's like safe just to be cruising on a skateboard or like a one wheel. There's a lot of traffic and things like that. But I could see it like in a town where I'm at now in like Hood River, where maybe there's a bit more open spaces or quiet streets. It could definitely be super fun. But it looks amazing. I can see how it's kind of like snowboarding, how you're just cruising on the one wheel. It looks like a lot of fun. I think if I had a friend who had one, I would definitely be down to try it. But yeah, I haven't pulled the trigger on buying one just because I feel like I don't know if I'd use it a ton. All right. Tyler, do you ever get sick of snowboarding? Oddly, no. Yeah, I don't. I can't wait to get back up. The mountain's been closed the last few days for maintenance, and I think they're building the public park, so it's a bit of a waiting game to get back up snowboarding. But yeah, I don't get sick of it. There's always like something to learn. There's always somewhere to progress with like a trick in the park. New places to explore if you're riding powder. So there's always something to learn or to progress at. So I never get sick of it. Lulsum, how's the snow elsewhere? Because I'm from Aussie, so I don't know what the comparison is like. So if you've only snowboarded in Australia, then yeah, I mean, as you go different places, the snow's gonna get dramatically different. So the best snow in the world is probably in Japan. It's got like the lightest and the most amount of snow. So the snow there is going to be very light and like fluffy. It just like flies away as you ride through it. Same with places like in Colorado or Utah. It's like very light snow. So like definitely different from Australia too. Where I'm at now is sort of like the northwestern part of the U.S. and Canada. The snow's definitely a bit heavier. Actually, I guess as you go all the way down south too. So you do get powder, but it's a bit like heavier powder. Um, so yeah, different textures, different snow, depending on the mountain, depending on how much wind, the temperature, all those kinds of things. If you go out to Europe, the snow's like very different out there too. Yeah, just different humidity, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, get out and explore if you can. Like try some new mountains. If you're from Australia, it's not super far to get, like there's tons of Australian people in Japan. So check out Japan at some point, and that'll give you a really good contrast to snow compared to what it's like in Australia. All right. Ryan says, yo, new to the channel, but learned a hell of a lot from you. What made you want to start snowboarding? So when I was when I was a kid, I played a lot of sports, and to me, like I loved being like active outdoors, like doing like things like that. But I think like team sports at some point, it just kind of became a little bit too structured and maybe too competitive and maybe a bit boring in that sense. And yeah, like I first got into skiing, and skiing just seemed like a really cool thing to do because you're like going up, you're on a mountain or a hill, and it was kind of a bit more of like a solo activity to do. And there's no like contest or competition. You're kind of just like, challenging yourself. So it was something very different, like being in the snow, being on a like when I grew up, I was just on a small hill, and yeah, doing that stuff was just so like it was just like exciting, and it just seemed like an incredible thing to do. You're like going fast, and you could like race your friends and hitting jumps, and when you're doing all that stuff, when you're like a kid, it's super fun. So I started skiing when I was like 13, just going with like a friend of mine. And then I think at 15, I started going with my high school to like, they had like a once a week ski snowboard club. And one of my friends snowboarded, and he like taught me how to snowboard one day. And yeah, then after that was just hooked on snowboarding. And I mean, so I was like 15, and then every winter I probably just went a bit more. My like family was never into skiing or snowboarding, so I never went with them. It was always just with friends. And then when I was 19, I became a snowboard instructor. And then once I like could figure out that, oh, they're gonna like pay me to teach snowboarding, I was just like blown away. I couldn't believe it. So then I was completely sold and just wanted to spend all my time at the mountain, yeah, with friends. And then eventually moved out to Whistler, and was only gonna spend like a 1 or 2 years in Whistler, but it was just like too incredible there, and ended up staying for like 15 years. So it just man, it just hooks you in. All right, Million, what's up, man? We got Devin. Catchy says, Kevin, did you get a chance to try their new step-in bindings? Yeah, so Nidecker's got some new bindings coming out. They're called the Supermatics. I did get the chance to try them just like one run, but they're definitely like very cool because they kind of, you have that convenience of the step-in technology where you can just, you put your foot in and it locks in without having to bend over. But then there's also straps. So I feel like that's like a nice component of step-ins, is like having the convenience of the step-ins but still getting the performance from the straps. So the couple runs I've done with them, they felt really good, just felt like regular bindings. But yeah, I haven't had the chance to ride them much more than that. But yeah, I'm still talking to Nidecker, so maybe in August or September I'll get to they'll send me out a pair and I'll get to try them, because yeah, they definitely look pretty cool. Chuck Van says, dang, we were looking forward to the SPC snowboard. Oh, oh well, one day. onwards and upwards. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I think it'll happen one day for sure. We'll get it going. Jonathan says, yo, awesome channel, keep it up. Watching from Arizona. Awesome, man. What's your home mountain in Arizona? Is it Snowbowl? Is that the place? Snowbowl up in northern Arizona there? Oh, Jordan says, how's it going, Kevin? Was an employee at Timberline, and it was nice to meet you this season. Awesome, Jordan. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, do you still work there? Because you say you was an employer. Are you still up there? But yeah, it seems like a really cool place to work for sure. Everyone's super friendly up at Timberline. Nathan, you got to hit the mountain bike trails in Hood River. Top tier stuff. Nice, man. Yeah, Hood River just seems like it's got everything here, like mountain biking. Snowboarding is like less than an hour away. The river, of course, like, yeah, it seems like the place to be. William says, thanks for all the lessons I've learned from your channel. What is one tip you'd give a 60-year-old for his first lesson on the board? Oh man, so first lesson. So I would just say like, I guess one tip would just be to like go at the pace where you're like just enjoying yourself and having fun. Just go at that pace. Like don't try to like learn too much in one day. Don't try and like, push yourself to like have to do something. Just learn at an enjoyable pace where you're feeling comfortable and good. And also like I would definitely, I know this is a second thing, but I think you need, two is good as well. But get somebody like to be out there to give you a hand through some of the first like tries at things, because if you have somebody just to like hold your hand for the first, for your first like 5 seconds of heel sliding, it can really just help and help you to avoid those like wipeouts or anything like that. So go at the pace you like, have a friend there to give you a hand from time to time. And then finally too, just go in with all the safety gear as well. So helmet, wrist guards, get the impact shorts. You can even do like knee pads and elbow pads, just anything to kind of like keep you safe out there. But yeah, thanks for checking out the videos. El Stacker wants to know, has everyone smashed the like button? Yeah, 26 people have. We got 68 people watching, and we've had $10 in super chats. Awesome, thank you guys. Thanks everyone for hopping on. I was like thinking, June live chat, how many people are going to tune in? We've got 68. This is amazing. A million says, just do it. Van Cornish wants to know, what's the best park board? Wow. So honestly, yeah, this fall, I'm going to put together like a list of my 10 favorite park boards just over the years. But I can honestly say that the Nidecker Sensor Plus has been one of my favorite park boards for sure. I'd put that up there. So I feel like I love camber on a park board. I love like a stiffer park board, so something that's like above mid, like a 6 or a 7. And I really like the side kicks. So the way that the contact points at the tips are like lifted up. I like really love that. I like didn't realize how good that was until I didn't have it. And that's really cool. I feel like any board, if you can find a board that kind of is similar to that too, just like full camber, got the side kick, like all that kind of stuff is awesome. I feel like I need to give some Battalion boards a second try now, because Battalion does a lot of that too with like the 3BT they call it. But yeah, at the moment, that's the board I've rode the most in the park this past year, and it's super good. Babe says, thanks for the viz, man. When you went to Japan, was there 420 culture? No, like in Japan, there's not really a 420 scene because, um, yeah, they don't do that there. I don't think. I don't know, but yeah, that's that's a good question. Robert Fowler says good day from Australia. What's up, Robert? Oh, we got Carrie Pierce on here too. What's up, Carrie? All the way from Australia as well. Chuck Fan says 1 million is fun. It's definitely its own thing though. Heavy price tag to get into it, but I have never met anyone who regretted it. Awesome, Chuck. Yeah, I need to maybe I need to find someone that I've never tried it. That'd be super fun to try. Ruben, you still hanging with Chris, E, and Andreas? Yeah, I saw those guys in Whistler a few months ago. Unfortunately, I haven't been in Whistler too much this last year, so I haven't seen those guys a ton. But yeah, hopefully can link up with them next winter. But yeah, I miss those guys for sure, and yeah, they put out some really good videos this past winter too. Emilian says, "Who here wants to see Kevin skiing? I'm serious. I'm so curious. I mean, if I skied, I think it would be fine. I think it would just be. I'm not like it would just be doing like runs. It would just kind of be very ordinary. It wouldn't be anything crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, my friends that are skiers, I see why like skiing is definitely like it can be just as fun as snowboarding. It's just a different thing. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I would want to risk like getting falling or something, trying skiing out. Um, so I probably wouldn't do it just because I would just hate myself if I hurt myself skiing. Chuck says Australian snow tends to be a bit heavier and wet more often than not, but can be really good. Temps vary wildly, so suffer from freeze slash thaw conditions depending time of the year. Yep, that's true. It's kind of like similar to like the spring kind of snow or late season snow in Whistler. Definitely get heavier powder days. And then yeah, if it freezes and then thaws overnight or vice versa, it can be pretty nasty. Chuck Van says plan to link with other YouTubers at Hood. Definitely. So I think Jonathan Buckhouse, he's going to be out here the next couple weeks, so it'd be cool to see him and maybe do a few laps up there with Jonathan. That'd be super fun. Yeah, I got to meet Phase Skater the other week up at Hood, so that was pretty cool to finally meet him. He mostly does skateboarding videos, but he's done a few videos with El Stacker as well. So that was cool. I guess I'll see El Stacker out here, so hopefully El Stacker will have his GoPro and be making some videos from camp. So it'll be super fun to maybe be in an El Stacker video or vice versa. Who else is going to be out here? Maybe Casey Willax will possibly be out this summer. He seems to be out every summer to Timberline. I know I guess Tommy B. Tommy might be out here, so I think Tommy's doing a camp. I don't know if I'm sure he'll be making videos. But yeah, so we'll just see. There's going to be TJ Board Archive, so there'll be a bunch of people out here to collaborate with. Shoko Jim says, love the new Ultra Fear with camber. Oh, nice. Yeah. TJ was riding that board. It looks awesome. Yeah, I think that was a good call, adding camber to that board. It's I think a good improvement. Ruben says, are you still summer boarding? Yeah, so still summer boarding. So Timberline at Mount Hood, I think it's not fully functioning at the moment. They like closed down. I think they had to do some maintenance on a chairlift, and they're getting the park like set up. So gonna head up once they got their public park going. Alvara says, yo, when are you gonna be in Hood? So I'm here now. I'm in Hood River, but we'll be riding up at Mount Hood at Timberline as soon as there's some sunny days. So soon. David says, "Where do you live?" So at the moment, I'm living in Hood River, Oregon. A Million says, "Battalion for the win." Oh wow. Sarah wants to know, well, she says, building a small snowboard ramp in my backyard for the summer. What do you think I should use? Fake grass turf? Yeah, that could work. I'm not sure what is the best thing, but I'm sure there's some YouTube videos out there with like people building summer setups. So maybe check some of that out. Jonathan, love your Japan vids. You going there next winter? Hopefully gonna go back to Japan. I know that Japan's been closed. I think they've like opened the country back up. But yeah, we're gonna see. I think another plan is to go to India snowboarding. So there's an area called Kashmir, and it's right on the border, like between India and Pakistan. And so that would be a pretty cool place to go snowboarding too. It's in the Himalayas. So that is another option too. So I don't know. We're gonna see how like the winter goes and like where conditions are good, but would love to get back to Japan, but I'm thinking maybe checking out India as well. Ethan says, I gotta catch up on some videos. Love you, Kevin. Awesome. Thanks, Ethan, man. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah. This past winter, there's definitely some amazing days, some good videos. Had some of the best powder for sure. Getting to explore like Alaska for the first time. Super happy to make some videos up there. And a lot in Washington State as well too. So up at Mount Baker, exploring around there and Crystal Mountain. So definitely a bit of a different winter being away from Whistler for the first time. So it was cool to try something different. Josh, trying to work out what jacket and pants to buy for the Aussie snow. Any recs? I love how Australians always shorten words down to be like just a bit shorter. Yeah, honestly, this year I've been riding some L1 jacket and pants, so I'd recommend those. It's just like really lightweight. The style I think is pretty cool, and it's very like functional as well. So check out L1. So I got the L1 Ventura or Ventura pants and jacket. So maybe check that out. Tivrin says, what sponsorship ended? So yeah, it was the sponsorship with Nidecker. So they were sponsoring the channel this past winter. Love the boards, awesome guys that work there. We just couldn't come to an agreement moving forward. But yeah, it was a great experience on reflection, and I'm excited to try out some different boards too. But yeah, the Nidecker boards, even though we're not like, working together in a business relationship, I still love their boards. And the POW board I was riding, the Beta APX, still one of my favorite POW boards. And the Nidecker Sensor Plus, definitely one of my favorite park boards as well. So it was a great experience, but moving on to some different things. Unpaved says, in Oregon. Yeah, it's in Oregon. So yeah, right now I'm kind of like on the Oregon-Washington border. Elliot, have you ever been to Mount Hood Meadows? So I've never been to Meadows. I know that that's the place that's supposed to be like the place to go on Mount Hood. And I actually drive past it. Like if I'm driving from Hood River to Mount Hood, it's along the way. But I've never been out here while it's been open. So I've not hit Meadows yet. Casey, did you ever compete in snowboarding? No, I never did. I've never done a contest, never competed. It was like for me, snowboarding, I used to just, I used to love doing it with friends. I used to love teaching snowboarding. I was just never like on that level of like competitive snowboarders to go out and do contests. It was like something I thought like when I first moved to Whistler, like I would maybe, improve my riding and maybe get to that point eventually. But it was just like, it was just out of reach. I was like, I got into it. I was too old when I started and just didn't have the time to get good enough to ever compete in snowboarding. So no, never got to do it. But yeah, it would have been fun to try it out. Maybe if they have like some contest for like amateur, like an amateur contest, I'd be down to just try it out just for fun, but never in a real professional sense. Jeff says, moving to Oregon soon. Hope to hit the slopes this winter. Only ever snowboarded in Tahoe. How's the runs in Oregon? So it's very different. I think it's very different than Tahoe because in Oregon, like I think the resorts are mostly like on volcanoes that are like single like mountains. So it's not like in Tahoe where the mountains are kind of more all connected, or it's the mountains are yeah, just a bit more random, I guess. Where here in Oregon, the mountains seem to be like you just get like one single mountain in an area of like rolling hills. So it's definitely a different feeling being out here. And the terrain's like a bit different too because the mountains are volcanoes and they're just a bit more like the way they come down. It's a bit more gradual and consistent. Mount Bachelor's definitely got some interesting terrain, and yeah, the Oregon is definitely unique. The trees are really unique too, so you'll get like more older, like old growth forests, I think, out here in Oregon. So yeah, different trees, different terrain, and just total different mountain landscape. J Rod says, selfishly pumped to see you on different brands as well. Sweet man. Yeah, I'm stoked too to try out some different brands. Like, up until this year, I've ridden like 20 plus different brands. So I do love getting on lots of different boards. It was good, yeah, doing the sponsorship kind of experiment, getting that experience. But yeah, I know there's just like so many boards and brands out there to try out too. XBT says Japan is not open. They're only opening to limited numbers and only those who are traveling in tour groups. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's interesting. So you got to be, man, maybe I should start a tour group and then just get all my friends. How does that work? You can only travel there with a tour group. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Austin, any advice to starting / growing a YouTube channel as you did? I think like, yeah, with YouTube, it's like consistency is the most important thing. So even if you're like not good at making videos, like when I started, I had no idea how to make a video, but I was just consistent at like trying to make videos. So I'd put out what I could and just trying to do it consistently. Like I just slowly kind of progressed at getting better at like learning how to like edit and film and do all that kind of stuff. So being consistent helped with that. And then to be successful on YouTube, I think you need to kind of be like a fan of YouTube a little bit so that you can see how other people are successful and learn a bit from like watching other people, see how people do their thumbnails, how they do like format a video, all kinds of stuff like that. So just like learning about YouTube and what works, and then applying that to the thing that you're passionate about making videos on. So whatever the subject is, like for me it was snowboarding, so trying to make the best snowboard content that I could and and seeing like, yeah, what worked out there on YouTube and then applying it to my videos. Um, like when I started out, is mostly tutorials and like how-tos, and that was something that there wasn't a lot of when I started 10 years ago. There wasn't a lot of tutorials out there, so I think that was like a good niche to start in. So yeah, find your niche, find what you're interested in, and then just do it as much as possible. But yeah, don't even, and also you can, try the other platforms too. Try to see if you can make it work on Instagram, on TikTok, because one interesting thing too is like now I think you can start to like earn a living on different platforms. Like I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I think with TikTok they even have like a creator fund, like that's happening now. So yeah, learn about the other platforms as well. Oh, cool. So Dylan says, where in Oregon are you moving to? My girlfriend has family in Hood River and Parkdale. So yeah, I'm living right now in Hood River. So yeah, Dylan, man, maybe I'll see you around, man. All right. Yeah, some great questions here, guys. El Stacker saying cannonball the like button. Dude, I think it's working. We got 50 people watching and 50 likes. So I think it's worked. Bay Area MC says, I'm looking for a new set of boots slash clips. I'm thinking you're saying meaning bindings for next season. You think I should look away from step-ons? I think like step-ons the best. If you have any issues with like doing up your bindings, or like if the convenience of like being able to get in and out is the biggest priority, then you should go for step-ons. But I'd recommend like just going for a regular boot binding setup. I think if you're looking for more like performance and to save like some money, so it's definitely cheaper to get the non-step-on option. So if you went with like I don't know, just so my favorite boots are, they used to be Adidas, but they don't make them anymore. So I've got Vans high standard OG boots, which I think you can pick up for like under 200 or maybe under $250. So they're pretty reasonable. Try a pair on, see if they like fit your feet and if they're comfortable. But yeah, just going the traditional boot and binding route, I think is better. XBT says, SPC tours, take my money now. Awesome. Yeah, that could be fun to do like a tour. It almost happened. There was like a company from New Zealand who reached out, and we were gonna do like a 10-day tour, visiting 10 different resorts, and then filling it up with like, yeah, just reaching out to people who ever wanted to come. But it didn't work out. And like in hindsight, I'm kind of glad it didn't work out, because 10 resorts in 10 days, that's a pretty heavy schedule. But yeah, that could be a fun thing to do. Stacker says, we need more SPC tours. Nice, man. Yeah, that could be fun. Josh says, gotta say, I've been watching your channel for 6 years now and have loved seeing your adventures. Awesome. Thanks, Josh, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for hanging in there the last 6 years, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Shoko says, I'm in rainy Govey now, trying to line up a summer job with a camp or at Timberline. Hope to work on my park skills all summer. Awesome, Shoko Jim. Yeah, well, hopefully, I hope it works out for you, man. Hope you find a job or something, and yeah, I'll see you up there, man. I'll see you up there this summer. Insane Art says, what's up, Kevin? Hope all is well, and look forward to shredding together next season. Oh, for sure, man. Yeah, that would be that'd be awesome. Maybe I'll see you out here at Timberline if you make it. If not, yeah, let's link up anywhere. I know that you're snowboarding all over the place, so I'm sure our paths will cross for sure, man. Sam LMAO says favorite mittens slash gloves. So I definitely love mittens more. I don't have like a specific brand that I think does mittens the best. Right now I have like a pair of Burton mittens, and they're great. But I've had like a few. So my favorite kind of like what I look for in a mitten is something that's like lightweight, that has like the wrist like strap thing, so that if you take it off, you can still dangle it from your wrist. Something that has like a soft piece of material on the thumb, so you can like wipe off your goggles. And yeah, just something that's like not too heavy, but not too light. Something like in between. So yeah, I actually can't even remember the model of Burton I have right now, but I've also had like the Crab Grab punch mitt, so that was like a really good one. I've had Howl mittens a few times. Yeah, but between all of those mittens, they're all kind of the same, to be honest. But Robert Fowler with the super chat, awesome, thanks Robert. Says can't wait for the next All-Star SPC trip. Any plans for New Zealand, Australia, or Japan? Oh, sweet. Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Robert. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think so. Definitely down south will happen for sure. Most likely like end of August, early September. And yeah, definitely New Zealand, maybe New Zealand and Australia. We'll see how we'll see how it goes. But I think Cardrona in New Zealand is definitely the first like overseas trip that we're planning. So yeah, I can't wait to get down there, and yeah, it'll be cool to get back to New Zealand after it's been shut for the last few years. Dylan says we did Baker to Whistler in back-to-back days, and that was rough. LOL. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of driving and riding to do Baker and Whistler back-to-back. Sarah says 10 resorts in 10 days. Sounds like a Colorado trip. Yeah, you could definitely do that pretty easily in Colorado with all the resorts around for sure. Chuck says, hey Kev, is Yannick still on the official SPC team? Yeah, he is. So yeah, if you guys haven't heard, so I've hired Yannick, who's been on like a bunch of the trips over the last few. Yeah, he's officially working with the channel. He's helped me to film, to edit. We've got a bunch of videos like planned, and he's kind of like, yeah, full time, just like either filming or editing or both, helping me come up with like some ideas for the channel. And yeah, he's full time. So it's yeah, it's interesting, like having kind of like a co-partner now on the channel. It's really fun. It's adds a little bit of stress to the channel, because now I'm like, you know, if I like take a month off or something, it only affects me. But now that I've got Yannick on the team as well, I feel like it'll be good that it'll keep me like focused as well, keep me focused on making videos and content. So yeah, we have some big plans for the channel in the next year, like a lot. I think next winter will be definitely different in a good way. There's going to be still lots of vlogs, but on top of that, there's going to be a ton of like really cool video content coming out. It's going to be like more videos, not too many, not like multiple videos a day or going crazy, but Yannick is definitely going to help like just get more videos out. I think up the editing and also just up the filming like quality as well. So it's gonna be huge. So yeah, Yannick is officially on board. All right, let's do a couple more questions. Carrie says, just have to navigate the entry requirements for New Zealand. Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to make sure that I've got everything I need to get into New Zealand. So we'll definitely double check. Sam saying, yeah, don't miss it on Oz. If I'm already down there, yeah, good point. I know I definitely got to get over to Australia for all the Aussie guys too, and girls. Chuck, how much are you itching to get into some shenanigans with David S. Jones? Yeah, I miss David. Yeah, I definitely want to see David. I'm gonna hopefully give him lots of notice, and hopefully he'll come down to Wanaka on the South Island and do some riding. But also, I'm like, look, hopefully he can come over to North America next winter as well, and we can, yeah, get into more shenanigans together. Rainy, what about Chile this summer? I'll be there mid-August. Chian. I don't think I'm gonna make Chile happen this year. I want to go to Chile, but man, it's just like so many places. Yeah, I mean, Chile is amazing. Chile is like is incredible. So I don't think I'm gonna make it this year, but you never know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I would love to be there right now, snowboarding. Yeah, Chile is amazing. Insane Art. If you haven't thought about it already, you should upload some videos of full runs on your channel and full 360 view. Okay, full immersive experience for people viewing your channel with VR goggles. Yeah, that's a really cool idea. Like, I actually did a few 360 videos a couple of years ago, and it was really cool. I think the one thing maybe at the time I was thinking is that the quality of the cameras wasn't quite there yet. But yeah, I know that they've like come a long way. So yeah, full 360 top to bottom, that could be a really cool experience. So yeah, maybe next season or like this summer, do some top to bottom 360s. Yeah, that could be sweet. I'll have to look into. Yeah, I can definitely do that with the Insta 360 I have at the moment. So. All right, sweet. Thanks for the request. That's definitely a good idea. Just especially like the VR style. Chuck Van says you have friends over in Australia. I know. Yeah, I'm thinking about you guys. Sweet. All right, gonna end the live chat there, but super stoked to come on here, chat with you guys, and yeah, just let you guys know what's been going on with me. And yeah, thank you guys for all the great questions, and I hope I gave you guys some decent answers. But yeah, going to be here in Oregon for the next month or so, month to 2 months, getting as much summer snowboarding up at Timberline. So maybe I'll see some of you guys out there this summer as well. But yeah, thanks for hopping onto the live. If you haven't yet, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, maybe even set the notification bell, because I'm gonna try to go live every weekend. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll talk to you on here again soon. Awesome. Later, guys.